Okay guys, today we are going to learn about powers of products. So today's aim is how do we find the power of a product? Let's first take a look at the do now. It says write the following in expanded form. So when they ask us to write something in expanded form, okay, that means we're going to write it without the exponent. So we have 2x raised to the third power. This means 2x times 2x times 2x. Okay, and if we were to work this out, 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, and then we have x to the third power, because each of these x's is to the first power, okay? So right here it says expanded form means to write it out the long way. For example, 3 to the third in expanded form is 3 times 3 times 3. All right, and you have that worked out there again for you to see. Let's take a look at the key idea. Okay, to find a power of a product, find the power of each factor and multiply. So in the first example here, 3 is a factor and 2 is a factor. So when we have 3 times 2 both raised to the fifth power, it means 3 is raised to the fifth power and 2 is raised to the fifth power. If you look over to the right algebraically, it means the same thing. AB to the m is going to be written out as a to the m times b to the m. So what that means is that both numbers are getting the power. Okay, let's take a look at this example here. So we have two examples. The first one, in example A, we have 2x raised to the third power. That was just like the do now question that we did, that we completed. All right, and basically this is now, you can think of this as a shortcut rule. Instead of us having to write it out in expanded form, we can take the shortcut and just apply that exponent to both numbers inside the parentheses. When we write that out, it's 2 to the third power times x to the third power. 2 to the third is equal to 8. Be careful here with 2 to the third power. It's 2 times 2 times 2, which is not 6. A lot of times if you're just doing it really quickly, you're going to say that it's 6. Remember, 2 times 2 is 4, times that other 2 is 8. In B, we have a constant, and then we have two variables. Again, make sure you're applying that exponent to every term inside the parentheses. Okay, 3 squared, which gives us 9, x squared, and y squared, and then that's your final answer. Okay, let's take a look at these here now. So in number 17, we have 6g to the third. All right, so that would be rewritten as 6 to the third times g to the third. Okay, and 6 to the third power means 6 times 6 times 6. Work that out real quick. Okay, that gives us 216, and that's 216 g to the third power. Number 18, negative 3 to the fifth, v to the fifth. Okay, and negative 3 to the fifth, so the way to plug this into your calculator, what you can do is 3 to the fifth power, take the positive. All right, 3 to the fifth power. All right, and remember that if you have an odd exponent and it's negative, it's going to be your, actually the answer is going to be negative. So this is going to be negative 243 v to the fifth. Okay. Number 19, we're going to have 1/5 squared k squared. Okay, and 1/5 squared is simply 1 over 25 k to the second. Okay. Number 20, 1.2 m to the fourth. Let me do this in a different color. 1.2 to the fourth, m to the fourth. And when we work out 1.2 to the fourth, we get 2.0736 m to the fourth. I'm just going to double check that because I don't like the way that that sounds. 1.2 to the fourth. Yep, that's correct. 2.0736 m to the fourth. Okay. 21, this one's pretty simple because there's really nothing to work out. It's just going to be r to the 12th, t to the 12th. And last but not least, negative 3/4 to the third power, p to the third power. And when we work out negative 3 to the fourth, when we work out negative 3/4 to the third power, 3 to the third power, you work it out individually. Okay, 3 to the third, 27 over 4 to the third, 64. Remember, it's negative because our exponent's negative. P to the third. Okay. And for the sum it up, explain how we find the power of a product. So remember that the power, the exponent, applies to both terms or however many terms you have inside the parentheses. If you have 3 terms in there, that means you're raising each of those to whatever that outside exponent is. Create your own example and work it out. So that's your sum it up question. Create your own example and work it out. Okay, I hope you found this video helpful. And if you have any questions, you know how to reach me. Have a good day, guys.